All right. So I think this is the oldest monument I've ever seen in real life. This is Stone Age era, so 4 to 5,000 years old. It's like Stonehenge era. Whoa, dude. Oh my goodness.
The felons today's up Belgium.
5,000 years ago or whatever, some dude put those together, and here they still are. You know, if the person who did this could see it now and be like, "Yeah, I did that. Yeah, me and Bubba, we built that thing good." You know,
Lots.
that's incredible. I mean, just to think you could do something, and thousands of years later, we're looking at it and being like, "Wow, that's really cool."
Hey, does this count as a building?
So this is Stone Age era by the. Did you see what people group it was built this?
No.
Maybe we don't know. Anyways, so yeah, like 5,000 years ago, and there's like remains. And stuff. They've done excavations here. I was reading on this.
So it really looks like it could fall over on top of you.
I know, honestly, like look at this. This is like.
Well, this rock is a bit like this rock is leaning about 30-degree angle.
That's a really good point. You know,
Barely balanced.
I don't know, man. It's been standing for 5,000 years, but like maybe today is the day.
Maybe you're leaning against.
Yeah, maybe I'll knock it over. So this is the Mesian, I think I'm saying that right, peninsula here in West Ireland, and there's a dozen or so of these sites. This is the oldest one, but there was a bunch of them. So it'd been like local religious groups apparently that built these, and then they like dug around, archaeologists, and they found like remains and offerings and things like that would have been here, just way pagan era, obviously. And then when Christianity came to the island, 1,500 years ago or whatever it was, they stopped using it. But then Ireland was Catholic, but when the Protestants were here, they did not allow Catholicism to continue. And so the Catholics would come here in the night and do mass. And that's where it got the name altar. If you look it up on the map, it's just like literally just called altar, like the sign out there. And so it became an altar to what the Catholics were doing. Which is interesting because there's a Protestant church just down the road, and they didn't shut it down, which that's one of those things of history. You know, if someone at that point would have figured it out and said, "Hey, this isn't okay. We don't want this being used this way," they could have come and just smashed it down at the time as like a pagan thing, and this wouldn't be here anymore. So here it is. That didn't happen. So that's interesting. But also, I'm looking here. Some people left some apples. I don't know. Is that like some kind of weird pagan food offering or something? I don't know. It feels a little strange to sit in this, actually. Not gonna lie. But yeah, and then the sea is just right there. So this roof is like right on top. I mean, I hardly get through here, but I find things like this just completely fascinating. That sense of deep time. Another one would be the Great Pyramid. You know, walking around that thing. I think that's what 4,000 or 5,000 years old or something. We don't even know exactly. You walk around that, and you're just like, wow, someone a really long time ago really cared, put a lot of work into this, and here we are thousands of years later, and still looking at it, still going, whoa, that's really impressive. You got to wonder, like the guy who put these stones together, did he have any concept of how long they would be here, and that those of us coming behind would see them and look at them and be like, wow, that's incredible that, something like this has lasted this long. Don't know. Makes one think. Wow. Makes one really think about time scales and building things that last and what that means and how future generations will come along and look at the things we've built. What will they say? And I guess it shows that they were very serious about their religion and what they believed, to put some heavy rocks on top of each other in such a way that they're still here, So, anyways, rambling thoughts of philosophy while I sit under some weird looking rocks. Anyway, curious what religion it would have been. I'm sure it's long gone by now. I mean, a lot of those pagan religions just vanished after so over many years. But they said it was in use, pretty regular use, for like several thousand years, until Christianity came. So whatever it was, they must have really believed it. Wow, really cared. I don't know, maybe it was a burial site. Who knows? Anyway, let's go explore. Let's go explore a little bit more. Okay. Ugh. Okay, so I was sitting right there. You can see this is at a really sharp angle. That's Got to be a really heavy rock. Good thing it's, hasn't fallen on me or something. I was just out here in the countryside. Southwest Ireland. Wow. That's just interesting. So interesting, the grip of religion on humans. There's something deep within us that wants to build monuments to things greater than ourselves, and ritualistic sites and pagan things that have happened over the years. And yeah, there's just something incredible with that. I mentioned the Great Pyramids earlier. It's like this incredibly insane monument to who they thought was God, Pharaoh, at that point. As like, wow, religion and how we think about spirituality and God and those things are very, very powerful things and incredible motivators. So take that where you will. I think that's a very powerful thing about who we are as humans, and we can't really negate how important it is to the human experience. But yeah, I know there's lots of different opinions on that. It definitely makes you think, though, even when you look at something like this, a religion that's long gone, probably don't even know the name of it anymore. Still, it's like, wow, in a way, what they did, it still makes us think today. It's interesting. I don't know. I'll have to ponder that a bit as we drive along. Also, the view from where this thing was is quite something. Very rugged. Something I've been saying a lot while here is just so wild and rugged wilderness here in Ireland.